Welcome back. Welcome back. Good evening, everybody. It is the eve before the return of Jeff Brohm to L&N Cardinal Stadium. We are all hyped. It is time. It is time, boys. I am your host, Kyle, and I'm joined by Connor. I'm joined by Ross, and I'm joined by Patrick. How are you boys doing tonight?
Fantastic. It's been a good week, man. You get a short 4-day week, and it's you talk about football for it just feels like a day. I mean, it's a couple of days, but here we are. We're like already on the eve, the precipice of Daddy Brom's first home game coaching, baby. It's gonna be big time. It's gonna be big.
I love it, man. I love it. It's definitely feels like it was just a couple of nights ago, and it almost was, where we were sitting in here. I was on an hour's sleep, and we were doing a post-game recap from a wild game, and now here we are getting ready for the return of Jeff Brohm to Cardinal Stadium. Finally, it's been something that is Kyle broadcasting on a Mac 98 microphone. Wow, does it not sound right?
No, Ross's phone was echoing, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, good grief. Yeah, I was wondering what that was. Yeah, it made it sound kind of rough. But sorry, guys. That's I was wondering if that was an echo or if it was just me, imagining it. But no, my same old mic I've always had. Couch House, you didn't get a Discord invite because you never messaged a Twitter. And I'm starting to think you're already in our Discord and you're trolling.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that. I don't know who you are in there. But anyway, guys, good to see everybody. We'll let the chat file in. But tomorrow's a big day, and I don't want to hear a lot of excuses that we normally hear why we can't fill the stadium. I mean, I know some people have work obligations, some people have emergencies come up, some people have family things, but for the most part, the weather, it's going to be perfect. Can't use that one. It's going to be a beautiful night. We're going to prepare everything, or it's been prepared for. We've known about this day for a long time, so we were able to prepare in advance. And I'm hoping we get my goal, and I know it's a lofty goal, but 60,000. I'm hoping we get 60,000 in the stadium tomorrow. That's my hope. We got
definitely going to be 50,000 plus, I think.
Yeah.
And I mean, come on, we are 1-0 for the first time in a while.
I think it's 6 years.
So
yeah, we usually lose our opening game, or at least that's been the case lately. And we had a valiant comeback. The energy stays alive, and hey, we need to show up big tomorrow. There's a lot of big things planned. I know Josh Hurd's got some surprise announcements, and I think the card march. I think the card march is going to be locked and loaded. I'm not going to make it in time for the card march, but I'm going to be there in my seat, ready to go before kickoff. We need everybody in their seats before kickoff. I know how hard that can be. And if you absolutely cannot make it in your seat before kickoff because of work or whatever, then fine, just get there when you can. But otherwise, give yourself an extra hour and a half. I think that's the key. A lot of people don't. They're like, oh, well, I can get in the stadium if I get there 30 minutes early. No, you cannot. You will sit in line forever on Crittenden Drive or wherever you're at. And you're going to sit in line waiting in traffic, and then you got to walk all the way to the stadium, and then you got to get checked in, find your seats. Give yourself an extra hour and a half. We need to be in those seats at kickoff.
That's yeah. I mean, I if you don't get in there, Charlie's going to be pissed. Charlie wants you in your seats.
Charlie.
That's an old running joke, man. Don't you remember?
Charlie Strong? Oh
yeah.
He thought we were like UK or
Charlie gonna be
like UK.
No, but yeah, I agree. I don't know if it needs to be 90. Is my phone still echoing?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't hear it now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you need 90, but you definitely need to set up some extra time to get in there for sure, because these lines are going to be longer than we're used to seeing in the past few years. This is going to be very much like the Strong era, I believe, when we had people excited to be in there. I mean, it's going to be it's going to be an entire vibe tomorrow
You need
night.
90. Now listen, Ross likes to file in at the last minute, and even on this Discord or even on this podcast, he likes to stress me out and get in here at the last second. Now he doesn't do it on purpose, but when Ross tells you, I don't think you need 90, just know that Ross's ass is going to hit the seat right when the ball's kicked off the tee.
Nope, that's not true. I'm getting there early tomorrow. Plus, I mean, let's shout out, right? They're gonna have all kinds. They got like $2 drink specials, starting at I think 2 hours before the game, so at 5 o'clock. Like, get in there, man. Like, that's the cheapest beer you'll ever buy in the stadium.
Let's be honest, Ross. You're going to be mowing the grass around Cardinal Stadium. You're going to file in, 5 minutes before the game. You're going to disappear from your seat to, I don't know what you do.
They'll find somebody, somewhere.
Yeah.
I swear.
Then you'll be back.
I swear to you all, if they gave me a snapper ride mower like Forrest Gump, I would just cut that grass for free. I tell you what, man, I would cut that grass, man. I would be in such heaven. So
there you go, Louisville. If you need some new field maintenance, Ross is available.
Yeah. And since I made so much money off that fruit company, I cut that grass for free.
Take yourself a half day tomorrow. Get down to the stadium. That's what I'm doing. Got a 3-hour drive. 3-hour drive back after the game.
I skipped lunch today, and I'm skipping lunch tomorrow, so I can leave work 2 hours early. So I'm leaving right at 3. Yep. And then I don't work too far from the stadium. I work relatively close, so I should be there less than 15 minutes. So pretty excited. Gonna get to see all my collision course crew people. Shout out to them. The Catalina wine mixer people. They're behind the old El Nepal, or the old Cardinal Hall of Fame Cafe, the El Nepal lot back there. It's gonna be on, man. I'm so ready. I'm so pumped. It feels like Christmas.
All right. So what are some things now? Obviously, we had the game against Georgia Tech. I don't think we played nearly as well as we could have. It was very stressful, but we were valiant, resilient. We came back. We did what we had to do, which was a sign of a more hardened team, a tougher team mentally than what we had before. So props to Jeff Brohm and the staff for that. But let's talk about some things we want to see against Murray State. Like, for example, for me, I want to see – it's Murray State. It's an FCS team. We should not have a problem with this team as far as – being able to get a big lead. But something I do definitely want to see out of us, I want to see Jack Plummer throwing longer passes. I want to see him throwing 30-plus yard passes. This is the team to do it against. Something I did notice against Georgia Tech, and it did kind of bother me, was I feel like I don't know if it was a lack of arm strength, because he used to be able to throw that ball when I remember watching him at Purdue. But for whatever reason, on the few long passes he had, they were short. I think he had one out to Kevin Coleman. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he actually caught it, but he was so wide open, he should have had a touchdown, and he had to come back 2 or 3 yards to catch it. He underthrew it. We did end up getting a completion out of that, but against a really good team, you don't have that kind of window for one.
That's a pig.
And for two, it was good that we gained 30 yards or whatever it was, but we could have gained a lot more. So I do want to see us air the ball out some, test Murray's. Murray State's team, you can get away with some of those risks and build off of those kind of risks and not have to worry so much about the consequences of if they might get a turnover or so. So I would like to see us air it out a little bit more, because it keeps defenses more honest, get Jack Plummer a bit more comfortable throwing a few bombs. When I say bombs, it doesn't have to be like some sort of 80 or not even 80, like some sort of 50-yard bomb. But I want to see some 30-plus yard passes. I want to see them down the field. Another thing I would like to see is the running backs use a little bit more than they were last game. I feel like we didn't run it as much as we could have. And I know that Jeff Brom's known to pass the ball, but we have a 3-headed monster at running back, and we need to take advantage of that. And the better you run, the more the defense has to come up to the line of scrimmage, and then the more opportunities you get one-on-one on the outside. So the combination of bigger plays downfield in the passing game with more runs overall is something I want to see. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. I mean, for me, obviously this game is going to be a blowout, or it should be. So, it's got to be a confidence builder. You got to get Plummer going, get his confidence going for, is Indiana going to be a big game? I don't know, but get his confidence going for the next few games. I want to see, and I'm going to preface this by saying that, our defensive line got held a tremendous amount last game.
Yeah.
But that's correct.
I want to see some pressure on the quarterback this game. I mean, what did we have? A 1 sack and a couple tackles for loss last game. I want to see us, make the other team play from behind the line of scrimmage, have some second and longs, third and longs. And like you, I want to see the running backs more involved. 5, 6, 7 carries for your best running back. That's, I don't want to say it's unacceptable, but we need to see our 3-headed monster, as you said, in the game more, running the ball more, and involved more.
I think
so.
I think we need to hit more slant routes too. All of, like in the first half on Friday, all the slant routes are either behind them or in the ground. Like there was no in between.
I think that got better in the second half, but yeah, more consistent for sure.
So you come out in the first half and we're playing Murray, like air the ball out, throw 8 slant routes in a row because they don't have the athletes to keep up with the slant route anyway. But throw 8 slant routes, have him hopefully complete 6 or 7, boost his confidence, throw the bomb, throw a 30, 40-yard bomb for a touchdown, be up 14-0, 8 minutes into the game, and then it's over. It's downhill from there.
Yeah, I mean, this is the perfect game. This is, this game is what it is, right? I mean, it's a tune-up. It's a tune-up for next week. This is the perfect time for you to work on the base fundamentals of your schemes, both offensively and defensively. Not fundamentals as in technical aspects of football from a position standpoint, but from schematically from what you want to do on both sides of the ball. This is the perfect game to do that and really work on that. I do think we want to run the ball a lot more, so we'll probably see that. And like you said, this is a good way to work with Jack and some live game experience and get him some reps, to boost his confidence, to help it, let him get out there and make some throws, so and real game speed. So I'm tomorrow is what it is. We all know what it is. But when you're watching the game tomorrow, just look at them, watch both the guys on the field and the coaching staff, and look what they're trying to do and look what they're trying to accomplish, because that's what you're going into a game like. Yeah, they're not going to take it. You're not going to hear the coaching staff or the players say they're going to take this lightly. They're not, but everybody knows what it is. You can't turn that out. You can't turn it off. So I'm curious to see what. I'm pretty excited.
We'll only see, and this is just off the top of my head, we might see a third of the playbook tomorrow. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
they don't need to open
very much
it
of it we didn't get very much of it last Friday.
I think the big thing, and we've all kind of touched on it, I think the big thing we want to see is the things that we need to build upon, the weaknesses. Focus strongly on those in this game, or at least I think we should, because you have more of a margin for error. Obviously, if we're playing Notre Dame several weeks down the road on October 7th, and we decide, hey, we're going to, just all of our weaknesses, we're going to throw them out there and try to work on them in this game, probably not going to work out too well. But against a team like Murray State, this gives you a chance. This gives you the chance right here to work on all the weaknesses and build upon those things. Marco says hit the like button for Brohm's first game in Cardinal Stadium. Yes. If you are joining us and you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. It helps us push this up for people that may be interested and not know about our channel yet. We're young. We're upstart. But anyway, that being said,
shout out to Mark Ennis.
I think this is a perfect time to play a team like a Murray State, because we did have some struggles in game one. We came out with the W, which was huge. It was an ACC W at that, so it was a really big win. But now we can build upon exactly what it is we saw in that game. So like I said, for me, that's definitely mainly in the long passing game, getting Jack Plummer used to airing it out, keeping defenses honest. This is the perfect game to do that in. Get the running backs some carries, also, get some quarterbacks experience if you can. Get a big lead early. Get at least one quarterback in there, back up, if not the third string. And I'm hoping we
Harrison Bailey, baby.
I'm hoping we see some Pierce Clarkson tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's third string or not due to how funky and wacky the depth chart's been. I'm hoping he is based on everything I heard in fall camp. But I'd like to see some of that. You don't think it is?
I think it's Harrison Bailey.
Harrison Bailey. Yep.
Well, may the best man be third. I guess I'm hoping it's Pierce, but I have heard more Harrison Bailey chatter lately.
If you want somebody to air the ball out, you want Harrison Bailey in there.
He's got a cannon, that's for sure. He definitely has a cannon. But now, do y'all think he's second string or third string?
Third.
Third.
Is Doman really second string?
It's a quick yank from Doman though to get that. Yeah. It's close. It's close.
I think Doman gets it because of experience, but not talent.
I don't know. Evan Conley was the first quarterback off the bench.
I said it on the post game pod, but I think Evan Conley has some blackmail, and Jeff Brohm was like, if you don't put me in for one play a game, I'm leaking the pictures. And then he's like, all right, I'll put you in, but you're not going to be the one carrying the ball. So you're handing it off. Evan Conley was like, okay, that's a deal. We got it.
Yeah.
Doc says he is third string, but he shouldn't be in his opinion. So I don't know if he thinks he should be second string or if he thinks he should be fourth string, but he does not think he should be third.
The fact that we have a walk-on 5-star quarterback is wonderful.
Yeah, it's something, that doesn't happen every day.
Yeah, he was a 5-star out of high school.
Out of high school, he was a 5-star. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's severely overrated or
that's
what.
That's something, then. I really tomorrow, I'll tell you what, to me, like I said, I'm so amped up for the game tomorrow, but I'm really excited for our fan base too. Like we've needed this, we've wanted it, and we've got it, and it's here tomorrow, and it's a chance for us to really start. Because it's not just the product on the field, right? It's everything. It's the whole environment. Like the environment hasn't been right in the football stadium since 2017, right? It has not been right. 2018 it went downhill the last year of Bobby 2.0. There's been moments under Sat's tenure. We had games where it felt good.
Notre Dame.
It was never good for an entire season. It just wasn't. It was never the same. So this feels different. This feels very different. This feels very familiar, though. It feels very familiar what's about to happen tomorrow night. And I'm excited for our fan base for that because it's almost, to me, it feels like a healing process. Like we're taking a big step forward again. That's what it feels like to me.
And you're going to have diehards there, like people that have been Louisville fans forever.
Yes.
That are back in the building that weren't there for Satterfield.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of like culture, and there's a lot of this town that's going to be in that stadium tomorrow, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like Jeff Brohm, the Brohm family, that's our family, man. Like that's the Louisville family. They're like Louisville royalty. We all know this. It's just going to feel right tomorrow. And all the way going to, with Oscar and what's Oscar's wife name? What's Brahms? To Donna?
You're the one that knows him.
Yeah.
Neighbors or whatever.
But you can tell how excited they are that their sons came home. And I know they're all excited to be home. Like, man, it's gonna be special. It's gonna be very special. There's still a few tickets left, so implore people, like there's cheap tickets, like just get in the building, man. It's gonna be something really special.
$7 tickets right now.
Yeah, like Get there, man. I'm not telling anybody how to fan. All right, I'm really not. But I would love to see everybody there. Like
It's important, man. It's not to even pressure
this is how
people. And
this
if
is
you
how we
absolutely
get
can't be there,
back.
you can't be there. But if
This is how
somebody's
we
just
get
kind
back
of
to where
on
we
the
want to
fence,
be.
even like you can be there, you just got to make a little bit, got to clear out your schedule a little bit. By all means, please do, man. I mean, this is important. We don't have another sport right now that's like a big sport that's very successful. This is it right now. Maybe basketball gets there eventually. It's not there right now. I'm not getting into that debate on the trajectory and all that. We're not touching that, not on this episode. But as of right now, I know the fan base as a collective whole is not very motivated about it. So this is it. And this is, we've got on a silver platter. Like I said, the weather tomorrow is going to be fantastic. You can't ask for better weather than what we're getting tomorrow. You can't. It's going to be like mid 60s, no rain. I mean, it's not going to be windy. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be against an opponent that we should beat soundly. So it's not like you have to sit there and stress out about, oh my goodness, are we going to beat Murray State? I mean, if we do have to stress out about that, well, we got 99 problems and attendance ain't one hit me. But assuming that it isn't going to be a problem, then yeah, we need to show up, show out, have a good time, mingle. And if you can't go, you got a ticket. There's not a chance everybody's going to stay the whole game, so I'm not even going to just get that kickoff.
Yeah, and if you can't go, you got a ticket. Give it to somebody that can go.
Yeah,
that's
Yeah, don't let those tickets go unused. Let them get used.
If we're up 40 in the fourth quarter, I have a 3-hour drive back. I promise you, I'm not staying until the end of the game.
Well, listen, I think this is the one thing that I don't know if you'll ever get out of the Louisville fan base. But if we are kicking butt or getting our butts kicked, people are going home early, especially on a Thursday night. And you would love to see in a 40-0 game in the fourth quarter the stadium's still packed, but that's a hard ask.
That's not gonna happen.
And that's not realistic.
I just want to see it at the beginning. I want to see it at the beginning.
Yeah,
that's all I ask.
Let me ask you. Let me bring up a topic. What do you think the song's gonna be when we run out tomorrow?
I wondered the same, and I was gonna bring that up, Ross. I don't know.
That's funny that me and you were thinking the same thing. We didn't even talk about that. Like,
we can't do that. We can't take Virginia Tech stuff.
Well, we did before.
I mean, listen, we kind of made it ours. Bobby always loved Enter Sandman. That's why we did it. That's why we had it the second go around. So I mean,
wasn't
my all-time favorite
artist? Wasn't his favorite artist Greg McMurphy, LL Cool J?
No, give me some "We Ready," man, by Archie Eversole. That's what I get hyped to.
Yeah, is that the good song to run out to though?
I don't know. Maybe that's the get pumped song when we're only up 7-0 after 5 minutes.
So Connor,
Ty says "California Girls" by Katy Perry. That would make the Clarksons happy.
let me see. So, does anybody remember the list? Can't remember who put out the list, but they polled all the ACC coaches and like who they were like favorites. Yeah. What was Brohm's?
It was LL Cool J, wasn't it?
Was it?
I think so. I know McMurphy put it out. Hold on.
So are we gonna come out to Mama Say Knock You Out?
That wouldn't be bad. I can think of
words.
Wouldn't,
honestly. It just like you just hear the build up to and then you hear and it just drops and you hear the fireworks explode and the cannons go off and you go, "Boo! Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, dude." That would be sick. That would be sick.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it was LL Cool J. That's what McMurphy has.
No, that would be sick. All right, I would like that. I would be so hyped. I'd be like, we were talking about that on the pod last night. We were talking about it on the pod.
What did we come out to last year?
Probably some North Carolina country,
I
mean, hopefully they switch it up, right? They're not going to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see them recycling a whole lot from the last, 4 years, to be honest. It just is what it is. I think they'll try to give everything an entire new buzz and vibe around the stadium. with some nostalgia things mixed in from old tenures.
Okay, so I'm curious. Does anybody have Twitter on their or X or whatever it's called on their computer?
I can. What do you need?
Because I do not remember my Twitter login. This is a thing for me. And so when I get on my computer and I try to like add something, I guess Louisville football posted, and you don't call it tweet anymore. They posted something, a video. It was like 53 seconds about the blackout tomorrow. And I wanted to play it on here. I can't get in my account. So I tried to get it from my phone and it just created a big echo. And that's why I just turned it back off. But I don't know if somebody can get it. And then if you click at the bottom thing there, it says present. You can share your screen on that. It's in the middle, but I don't. Oh, you already got it. I want to play this. Let me get our banners looking right here.
Tell me when.
Not yet.
No
Gotta get the banners off.
Oh, hold on a second. I can scroll up here. Okay, it's not letting me scroll up.
I'm pretty excited to see this because I haven't seen this yet.
Hang on, let me just get.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
Here, I'm gonna take that off of there for a second. I'm having a hard time. Here, we'll just keep talking about. I don't know what the intro song's gonna be. I have no idea, but I wanted to tie in somehow to Jeff Brohm returning home. I don't know if you can do that. Like, I don't want it to be like I'm coming home, that song or anything. I want it to be like a pumped up song, not some emotional garbage, but I don't know. So we'll see. Oh, here we go. I was on the wrong. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Here we go.
All right. Now I want to here. Is there any way you can Connor, can you enlarge that screen any chance?
Yeah, I was just waiting on you to
I know.
Get your shit figured out.
Hey, that'll never happen.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Bootleg by Redmond. Now he's looking long out there. It's complete. Donald Jackson, and he's going to get the first Cardinal touchdown at Cardinal Stadium.
Seats look good.
Not pink.
Bush has a first down and plenty more. Into the open. Bush to the 20. It's a foot race.
Oh, man.
Your stadium is
20,
awesome.
and Lamb's on the loose, and they won't catch him. Marlon Lamb, touchdown Cardinals. Deep middle's got a man in it. Urunia in the open. Urunia with a stiff arm for gas. Jackson, look out. Why not spin in for another touchdown?
Look at that.
All the memories.
Look at that variegated grass. Man, it's beautiful. God, it's so pretty. Oh,
that's awesome, man.
Got goosebumps, man. I got goosebumps. Oh.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I loved hearing all the callback to all the plays that have taken place in the stadium.
Just brings back a lot of memories.
I remember watching that kickoff return. I was on the bus back from a JV football game.
Man, yeah, I was there at the stadium.
Yeah, the Florida State game's the one I wish I would have been at, the Lamar Florida State.
Oh, that was so much fun. That was the best.
I wish I could have made it to that one. I just moved back to the area and I had a lot going on, but man, I watched it and I was so jealous of everybody. Not in a bad way. Like, I'm so happy everybody got to experience that in person. But man, I wanted to see. That was electrifying.
I think that was probably the most electric the stadium's ever been. I mean,
I'm surprised.
West Virginia blackout probably compares, but that was, game day was there. Everybody was pumped.
Yeah.
It was a blowout. I mean,
I missed Jair's punt return at the start of the second half. There was a million people there. So the lines were long as hell at halftime. And I'm walking back and all I hear is, oh my God, Jair's going to go. Some random dude hugs me and spills his beer on me, says, go Cards, and we just walk away.
That's
when you know it's a good game.
Was that before or after our last expansion?
That was before.
That was before.
Before the last.
I always see the records at Notre Dame game, Satterfield's first Notre Dame, and it just always surprises me. But then I started thinking, well, maybe because I think of that game. But then I thought, well, maybe it was not expanded yet to 65,000 or whatever it holds now. I was wondering because I know it went from 42 to like 55 or 56, and then it went up again. And I'm thinking that it was when it was 56 because there's no freaking way that game didn't sell out with College Game Day there. I don't care if it's
like,
a game.
My seats were in the flight deck, and I just stood on the party deck the entire time.
Yeah. So anyway, speaking of that, I just hope that we were able to get my ultimate goal, get 55,000 in there. I'm hoping maybe we can get to 60, but I know that's wishful thinking probably. But you never know. I was looking at the amount of tickets available, and it's dwindling a lot. So
yeah.
Half of us on this pod are busy on October 7th, but that one will have 60,000.
Yeah, it will.
I know.
That'll be the highest attended U of L game ever.
I'm still
100%.
debating on getting out of mine because I think I'm not in the wedding, so I'm not like
Ross doesn't really have a choice.
Ross doesn't have a choice. You're screwed, man.
I'm for sure going to be there.
Your friendship's on the line.
Wedding.
Tell them that you're going to have the wedding at the game and then go from there.
I don't think she'd go for that.
Oh, we're going to talk about
everybody else
that
would.
Well, what time's the wedding?
The wedding's at, I think, at 4:30.
Oh God, that's the worst one.
So you can't
if
even
it was
make
early.
it
You could hope for a late game. If it was late, you could hope for a noon. But gosh, 4:30. That's right dab in the middle, man.
Well, if the game was at noon, I'm not gonna lie. I may have made it try to make a chance just to be there for a first quarter and leave, but it's okay, man. We're gonna have so many good memories coming up. Like, my best friend only is getting married once, so.
Chris, this is your fault.
Well, listen, I was just not to divert, but talking about weddings and stuff. I had to go to a wedding in New York this past weekend, and we went up early to experience the city a little bit. So Friday night we go to a bar for the game, but my wife, you have to make reservations in advance, and she makes reservations to this restaurant called Nubu, which is like Michelin chef, friggin' spend way too much money there.
No TV, right?
Well, there are no TVs there. Got it.
No TV. So I'm sitting there in this nice restaurant because we left the bar about halftime with my phone on the side, looking every so often at it. And the poor waitress probably thought I was the biggest redneck ever.
Hey, here's the plot twist, though, that you listeners don't know. Patrick's wife is a UK fan. So this was all part of the plan.
Oh, I'm sure it was part of the plan. But she didn't get mad. I was watching she did not get mad. I had the phone on at the dinner.
Now if you had the phone,
I'll give her credit.
I guarantee she'd be pissed off.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, I did want to talk about, we got Murray State. I wanted to get your all's predictions on what you think is going to happen in the final score. We'll start up with you, Connor.
The final score?
Well, give your predictions as far as how the game's going to go and a final score.
How I want it to go, or how will it go? How I want it to go is
how will it go, Connor? How do you think it's going to go?
I'm hoping we drop 60. At least. Michael Gonzalez told me this summer we were dropping 70, so we'll see. I think it might end up being 56-7 because we end up taking out Jack. We take out whoever the backup is. We'll figure that out tomorrow. We'll take out our guys that we can't get hurt before Indiana. I would say mid third quarter. So I say 56-7, maybe 56-14. We cover the spread of 41.
Yeah, and keeping injuries, that's a key thing, man. Keeping your guys healthy in a week like this. What about you, Patrick?
All right. First, I'm going to say that watching the game last week and with my prediction, I thought I was going to be on target at the beginning of the game because I predicted a turnover on our first defensive possession. And then it all went downhill. But I still had a chance once, they were stuck at 28. I thought maybe we can roll out that 48, but we couldn't. But this game, listen, Murray State's not even a very good FBS or CS team.
The Callaway County Cavalry, baby.
Yeah. So, I want to rival what Will Stein did at Oregon.
80,
this past
81. He dropped a Kobe.
Yeah, that's what I want to rival. So I want it at least in the 70s. And listen, our backups should be able to throttle this team. We should get some good experience for some guys that are going to redshirt. That's what I want to see. But I'm going to go final score 70-7.
70-7. Okay.
That man, he kind of stole my thunder. That's kind of where I was going. I'm thinking we're gonna have 42-49 at halftime. I think we are gonna have a defensive touchdown or a special teams touchdown in that first half. I think we'll see mostly, backups on the depth chart most of the second half. Then you're looking just for execution there. I would still expect to see it. Guys like Ashton Gelati, like there's not a dude or two dudes on this Murray team that are going to be able to stop him. You know what I mean? So it's like from that standpoint, you're not really going to get a whole lot of benefit from him. Like he's not going to get a lot of benefit from this game other than game reps. You know what I mean? Just to keep everything fresh. So I would expect guys like him. We're probably not going to see very long. You can't afford a player like that to get hurt in a game like this. So I would be surprised if he even made it to halftime, just to be completely honest. But I was kind of there with Patrick. I think that we're going to be in the 40s by halftime. Come second half, mostly backups playing. I'm excited to see a lot of rookies like underclassmen, like Adonijah Green. I'm going to stay on that. I think the dude's a stud off the edge. I think he'll get a lot of valuable reps this game. So I was going to go like 70-10. I was actually going to go 70-7. So I'll go 70-10. I think that's the final score.
I will say this: if somehow Murray State pulled off the upset of a lifetime, this pod is going to be like screen recorded like hell, and we're going to be famous for all the wrong reasons. Not that I see that happening, because let me get the attention of the room. Let's talk about it. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to break it down. It's going to be like the Red Wedding, Game of Thrones style, tomorrow night. We'll start with the offense. Jack Plummer is going to make their secondary look dumber and dumber. And then in the third quarter, it's going to be Brock o'clock. That's a bad time for Murray State. In the fourth quarter, Pierce is going to be fierce. That's right. Pierce Clarkson gets his first action, throws a touchdown, the first of many touchdowns in his young and illustrious career. But it doesn't stop there on the offense. We got a three-headed monster at running back. Jawar Jordan's going to be racing up and down that field like he's Jeff Gordon. We've got Isaac Garendo going to play these boys like Nintendo.
Oh.
Maurice Turner is going to turn on the afterburners, blow right past these dudes. But then you got the receiving core. Jamari Thrash, oh, you guys are going to get gashed. Jamari Thrash is a bad dude. He's so bad that when he crosses the bridge, Riverlink pays him $5 every single time. So then you got Amari Huggins Bruce, and he's got the juice, and he's going to get loose. But we may even see Jamari Johnson play with that big old caboose. But hey, that's not it. Murray State's offense, they're going to get tired. They're going to sit down. They're going to wipe their brow, put the towel away. Their coach is going to say, hey, you got to get back out there. You got to cover Callaway.
Yeah.
So then they're going to go to the defense. Desmond Tell's going to raise some hell. Ashton Gelati's going to slam some bodies. Then you got – who we got at linebacker right now? We got
TJ Quinn.
TJ Quinn's going to hit him again and again and again. And if I'm a receiver on Murray State and I'm looking across from me and I see Riley, I know he's going to get a pick six and blow right by me. And Storm Duck, you know he's not going to give a buck. What do you think I was going to say? You thought I was going to say another word, didn't you? See, that's the trickery that Jeff Brohm's going to pull on you tomorrow night too. Some misdirection because he's going to reestablish that Vigor and Louisville connection. And he's going to get all of the fans to sell out and show him some much-deserved affection. Louisville 62, Murray State 3. That's what it's going to be.
Hell yeah.
Well, how much
Well, I
of
think
that
we
was
found
already
our
written out?
walkout song there. There's the walkout song.
Yeah. Just yeah. When you went, I was like, Jamari Thrash, he's so bad. He's so bad. I felt like you were channeling Ali there for a second. Like,
I don't know, man. I didn't really try to channel anybody, but it's probably subconscious.
ooh, I'm so bad.
So how much of that was already previously written out before this started?
Not written out, but thought of in my head, and I just kept replaying it in my mind, like at various points. But some of it, like I had to catch my breath a couple of times because it's a lot of talking. Like the linebacker part, I was like, oh, I didn't have the stamina.
I liked it, man.
So
I'm here for it.
How many?
You got to make Murray State entertaining.
So how many yards does Jawan Northington have tomorrow?
I don't know.
33 yards on 12 carries.
Is there any Kentucky lawyers that could give their input?
Oh no. All right, we're gonna just say I'm gonna go 33 yards on 12.
I wonder who he's rooting for tomorrow.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's kind of an inside joke. We're not gonna go there. We're just gonna keep going.
No need.
I don't know a whole lot. Do you guys? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know a whole lot about Murray State.
They played Presbyterian last week, who's non-scholarship and won by 41.
Yeah, usually I like restart. Like Georgia Tech, I knew all about them, and I felt like when we played them, that's kind of why I had the thought of, hey, it's going to be a grinded out game, and we're going to win by about 7 points. We won by what, 5 points. That kind of Murray State, I just haven't looked into. No disrespect, Murray, but I mean, we shouldn't be struggling in this game.
I mean, didn't they win 2 games last year?
Yeah, they were awful last year.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna say we dropped 56 on them last year.
I like how I bust that out, and then Marco's like, "This is the type of game we need to focus on using perfect technique and footwork." Hey, we don't take an actual football educated opinion here.
I mean, listen. I know
You're right, though, Marco.
Earlier.
You're right.
I mean, you're not wrong, but bigger than that.
We shouldn't have to.
Yeah, I mean, what you're looking at tomorrow is you're looking to improve the execution of your schemes on whatever side of the ball. You're looking to improve upon that, execute better. If that involves, technique and all of that, then of course, yeah. I mean, but you're just looking to execute the way that you want to execute. You're using this as a building block, real game reps,
Yeah, I think one thing we haven't mentioned yet that I do want to see tomorrow too is let's get our tight ends involved. I know we tried to last game. We missed one for an open touchdown, missed some other ones, but I don't think we had a tight end with a catch last game. And I know that's not the strength of our team, but we're going to need some, experience at tight end, and we're going to need some big plays out of tight ends in future games. So let's get them going too.
I don't know, but we're pretty big at tight end. He just didn't play last week.
I did forget the Chris is going to ring their bell. I meant to throw that in there. Damn it. There's always one.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be nice. I mean, I think Jamari's going to get his chances plenty in the second half. Be curious to see how much Gatewood plays. But I think
did he play it all last week? Gatewood?
I don't think he got a rep. I don't think he got a snap, but I don't remember seeing him. But I think Lifson and Kariski are going to get most of the work because they're right there. At the top of your depth chart, as far as we know, especially Lifson. I mean, he appears to be the starter. So, I mean, I think he's going to get a lot of the valuable work with the ones. But I wouldn't be surprised if you see. Yeah, I do too, man. I want to see him out there. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few of Brohm's screens come out tomorrow. Screens? Yeah, like tight end screen. Couple creative screens that he's known for using. So
get Jawar the ball in open space and see what happens.
I mean, that's the key to this team this year, really. I mean, we've kind of known that. I mean, and that was the key to winning against Georgia Tech. I mean, I give Brohm a lot of credit. Just going back to the Georgia Tech game, after the game, he said, that they really got after what did he say? I didn't lift a lot of spirits at halftime.
I want to know what he said at halftime.
I mean, we can all use our imaginations. It doesn't matter. The point is that they responded. That's what's most important. They did actually respond to it. So they were able to get their point across, and then they were able to use it and go. But, I think that I give Brohm a lot of credit because he said that some of that was on the coaching staff. And I felt like he was pointing some fingers at him and maybe Brian with the way that they were calling the game in the first half. In the second half, they kind of just stopped trying to do as much, and they just took what the defense gave them, which was a lot of underneath stuff. I mean, it was very obvious Georgia Tech was trying to keep everything in front of them, and in that worked to our benefit. We got the ball in a playmaker's hands, and they made plays, and those were the easy plays for Plummer to make in that game, and he capitalized.
And it seemed like we didn't run the ball very much in the first half. And then when we did, we ran it with Plummer, which made no sense.
Yeah, and I alluded to that at the beginning. Like, we need to run the ball just a little bit more, focus on that bit, get some carries for guys. Now, obviously, you do need to watch injuries, but running's a part of the game. So hopefully we can share the wealth. But I'd like to see a bit more carries than we had in that first game. I also think Jawar Jordan, he didn't get the ball enough, in my opinion. Now, I do agree. I know somebody alluded to it. I think it was in the Discord about how Jawar Jordan's never going to be a running back that you get like 20, 25 carries from. That's fine. And I agree. He's more of a big boom or bust type of guy who can just, like he did the other night, bust a big play open for you. But I do think he can get over 10 carries a game easily.
Yeah, he should be in the teens for sure.
I think he should get about 15 a game, if I'm being honest.
15 a game, yep.
And then, Garindo, he's a bulldozer. He'll run people over. And I think, and Maurice Turner is a really good running back. He's a really good second or third string guy to have. And I think you have to take advantage of that. I think it's just one of those things where, you don't need to rely so much on the pass. You can actually open up the pass with your running game. And so I'd like to see a little bit more of that.
Garindo's a good pass catcher too, so you can use him in the passing game.
He was the one that caught the screen, wasn't he?
Yep.
He's a good. I don't know if he's a good pass blocker too.
Yeah.
He's a big back. Like, he can provide something in the passing game as far as protection that maybe the couple of the other guys can't do. Just because he's a lot bigger, he's got a much bigger frame, he's much stronger. I think I would not like myself if I didn't give Garindo his flowers for the game that he played Friday night. Like, he helped establish a tone coming out in that second half that was crucial. He Coach Brohm rung his bell, said, "You're up, go in there, handle business," and he did. Like, he toted the rock like a powerful running back, like a very capable running back. And I think the tone that he set in that third quarter really helped change the dynamic of that game in the second half. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. I'm with you. So hopefully we do see a bit more running. That being said, like, it should be a game where we can work on some things that need improvement and then build into the IU game, a game that are you guys all going to the IU game?
I have a home football game.
None of you guys?
Okay. It's my wedding anniversary, so it's not looking hopeful.
So you have a wedding anniversary and you have a wedding. Oh man, your whole football season is going to be you're watching people get the knot tied or celebrating your own anniversary.
This is every year.
But this is a good bridge. I know it. It's a good bridge game to get to IU. Obviously, I mean, I don't think IU is going to be one of the tougher opponents on our schedule either, but they will be much better than Murray State. And it is a chance for us to work on some things. They did play Ohio State decently well.
That's what I was going to say. Like,
for being Indiana. their defense did at least. Their offense didn't do anything, which could have a lot to do with Ohio State's defense. But nonetheless, it's a good game to get prepared for that game. So it's a good middle game. It's Brohm's first home game. I hope we show up, we show out, we give him the standing ovation and sold out crowd or close to it that he deserves. And I hope to see you guys there. Did anybody else have any final thoughts?
Wear your black. If you're watching this pod and you have not seen, wear your black. It's a blackout. It's a blackout. Wear black. Don't be the person that's wearing red or white. Don't do that. Wear your black, even if it's a plain black t-shirt. Black.
Ross has been so excited. He's been wearing that black shirt all week in anticipation for this game, and he doesn't plan on taking his shirt off tonight either.
Mine just got out of the washer. It's drying right now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, guys, hopefully I'll run into a few of y'all tomorrow out and about. And if there's nothing else, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe. If you like what you heard, give us some feedback. I appreciate everybody being on here, and hopefully tomorrow we see a win. Go Cards.
Let's go.
Go Cards. Go
2-0,
baby.
2-0.